All right, so great news for Red Star fans today, and it feels like Mirko Ivanić got awarded for scoring his goal yesterday against Midtjylland, as he has extended his contract with Red Star until 2025. He was in the final year of his contract. The 2020-21 season was his best, so the last season was his best season, 48 games, 20 goals, 16 assists. And to kind of rewind back to, when he first came to Red Star, he came from Bate Borisov, who's the best team in Belarus, and they have been for quite a while now. He came in a package deal with Nemanja Milunovic. Nemanja Milunovic left this past summer, and he signed with a team from Turkey, and I did a little recap on that as well, if you look through my videos. But he was brought in as a difference maker, and that was the season where Red Star was in the same group as Bate Borisov in the Europa League. And, Red Star has signed both of them. Huge transfer, 1.3 million euros, which is a lot for a club like Red Star. It's a lot of money. And it's interesting, when he came to the club, he really didn't get a lot of playing time. He would play here and there. There was a lot of games where even Champions League matches, the following year when Red Star didn't make the Champions League, there was Champions League matches where, he didn't even feature on the bench. He just wasn't, taken to the matches at all. He wasn't a part of the squad, so to say. And a lot of people had questioned Vladan Milojevic, who was the coach at the time, why Ivanić, not just why he wasn't getting playing time, but why wasn't he even a part of the squad. And I think for Milojevic, it was really difficult to question his desires and what he was doing, just because the results were so good. So Europa League, Champions League, after 20, 25 years, whatever it was, that we hadn't participated in the competition. So it's really difficult to kind of question his tactics and the way he was doing things. But there were a lot of people who did. And even though, we got to Champions League or Europa League, maybe there's something that Ivanić could have changed in how we played. And, like I said, 1.3 million is a big fee to pay for a guy that wasn't even a part of the squad. And then once Milojevic had left and Stankovic had took over, Ivanić came into his own. Became one of the best players for Red Star, arguably behind Alexander Kataj. Milan Borjan also a big shout. Since he came to Red Star, he's been absolutely wonderful. But a lot of things kind of went through Ivanić as well as Kataj. And, when you have to worry about two players of Kataj and Ivanic's, with Ivanic's quality up top, it becomes a lot tougher for teams to kind of contain what Red Star does attacking wise. And the two of them have worked together excellent. Like it's been tremendous. I know a lot of people kind of question once Red Star brought back Kataj, like he's a very similar player, kind of what Ivanić does. So how is this going to work out? It's worked out, I think, better than what a lot of people thought. It's worked out better than what I thought as well. I kind of questioned it as well. Both guys kind of need the ball, so how was that going to work out? I think their ability to kind of change positions and play multiple positions has worked really well in whatever system Red Star plays. We kind of go back to when Red Star did play Milan, the second tie of the round of 32 in last year's Europa League, where Ivanić was absolutely outstanding. There was one play where, the ball was crossed diagonally across field. I can't remember who it was. It was probably, might have been Gobic or Rodic or something like that. I can't remember, but, took it first time, put it through Calabria's legs, got past another two players, and I believe either Donnarumma had stopped it or the ball just went by the net. It was excellent. And his ability to trek back and do a lot of the defensive work, which isn't something that he was kind of responsible for in the earlier stages in his Red Star career. But I think he learned a lot of that playing for Bate Borisov, because I think, it's a quality team. They make the Europa League as well, and they've been in Champions League, I believe. But I think when you all push as one, you kind of learn that in those type of leagues, and I think that kind of translates into Red Star. And obviously, it's kind of what the coach demands of you as well. And I think playing for a guy like Stankovic's stature as as a Serbian player and just as a player overall. I think he kind of demands the best out of players, and I think that that he has done a tremendous job since he came, and his ability to play, multiple positions, central midfield, right wing, left wing. Like I said, he shifts a lot with Katai, and he's really come into his own. Like I said, last season, he's carried that into this season as well. He had a little, kind of bump in the road this past month and a half, where I didn't think he was playing that well. The assists and the goals haven't been there for him kind of this season, but all it really takes for him is that one game. Like I said, against Kolubara on the weekend, he scored a goal, and he scored against Midtjylland, and hopefully this does get him going a little bit. But it's an excellent signing. One thing I would say is, just because he signed until 2025 doesn't mean that he's going to stay here, obviously, until 2025. With the new deal, he's making around $600,000 a year, which is, I think, the maximum for players in our league. But a lot of teams are going to have to offer a lot more money for him now than they did, for example, last season. I think I mentioned this before, but Glasgow Rangers were interested in him this summer. Spartak Moscow was interested in him as well this past summer. He stayed with Red Star. The contract talks have been long, and I'm just happy that he's here. Like I said, having him and Katai in the squad is a blessing for us. He scored a big goal against Partizan in the derby last season. So yeah, I'm happy the deal's done, but I'm also very wary that he could be here for another year or two and then Red Star could decide to sell him. He's 27 years old, so he's still in the prime of his career, and obviously the bump in pay is well deserved. Happy to see him here, like I said, but I think another season or two he's going to stay here, and then Red Star could eventually sell him to a better league, to maybe a team who participates in the Champions League, and just basically a team that has more money than Red Star does. And like I said, with the new signing, Red Star is going to demand more and more money from other teams who are willing to buy him. But obviously, I'm happy he's here to stay. I love what he's done for the club since Stankovic has been here, and hopefully just a sign of things to come for the team and for Ivanić as well.